Welcome to the shooting show. This week we're up in a wintry landscape on the hill looking for hill roe does. Hope you enjoy it. This week we're up at Kinnaird and it's absolutely beautiful. We've had probably in Ayrshire now 10-12 days of frosty mornings, really dried the ground up. It's lovely, and we've got much the same up at Kinnaird. Beautiful day. It's not particularly good for stalking, if I'm honest. It's just nice to be out, and it's very noisy underfoot. We've got a really bright sun, so if the deer are in the wrong place on the face of the hill, which invariably are, because they like to sit with the sun on the out the wind with the sun on them, which means you've got to approach from below. You can't get up above them and come from behind because the wind's into them, so it's really quite tricky, but it's just good to be out. This morning we were up early. One of the things about the weather like this is a lot of people like to walk, and there are designated footpaths on the hill, so we do get a lot of people out here, which they're perfectly entitled to be. So I like to try and get up just as it's coming light or a little bit before first light. And we worked a big scrubby banking of a hill which is on the distance peak just to the side of me here, which catches a lot of the afternoon sun, so you do get quite a lot of roe on there. They migrate to it, a lot of gorse and willow scrub, and they love to live in it. It's a lot of roe on there, so I probably need to take half a dozen roe off this sort of general area, and we've not really started on them. So the plan was this morning to sort of get into the wind, which is coming from my back, and then work across the face, looking into the lee of the hill, really out the wind, and the area that catches the sun first is softest, so that's where the deer tend to migrate to feed first thing in the morning. Come. Probably been going 25 minutes or so, maybe a little bit more, and I could see a roe laid right on the top of really right on the highest bit of ground, which is quite surprising because it was actually in the lee of the hill, but it would have been quite exposed. Just actually laid there, probably waiting for the sun to come up and then maybe start to feed. But while I was glassing it, maybe working a plan about how to get to it and get a safe backstop, I spotted another couple of roe just down below it which were feeding. So we kind of backtracked a little bit, got out of line of sight effectively on the higher bit of the hill, and kind of come around the back edge. We caught up with the roe, which had dropped down into the valley bottom, and you can clearly see where the heather was exposed, which is obviously where they were feeding first thing. so it was relatively easy then to just kind of ease forward, get the quad stick set and actually wait for the door to turn, and then shot sort of from above it downhill. Good cow. Everything worked according to plan. Relatively easy then just to gralloch it. There was a nice hawthorn bush just on my right hand side, so it even allowed me to do a suspended gralloch. Took our usual blood sample for the deer surveillance survey, and then and off back for a nice breakfast. Just lovely to be out on a morning like this. Okay, come on now, playtime's overdue. Come on, home James. Okay, just actually taken delivery of this, so it's awfully nice poke at Swarovski. Excuse my dog chewing a stick. Z6i 2x12x50 ballistic turret. It's a really nice scope. Looking forward to getting it on the rifle. Not had a chance to actually set it up yet. I'm going to put that on the rifle that I use most of the time, which is the Seiko Finlight. The scope I've had on my rifle is the original Swarovski I bought probably about 25 years ago now, which is the 8x56 Habit. Lovely scope, really like it, but maybe time for a bit of a change. So this is the Z6i, nice compact scope. Like the look of the line already, so I'm really quite keen to get this on the rifle and test it and just see how we get on with it. Okay, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Remember, like us on the social media platforms, and if you're not a member of Basque, it's time to join. Looking after your sport, looking after you. This has been The Shooting Show.